In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about Canva to get started. From understanding the interface to creating and customizing your designs, this guide is perfect for anyone new to Canva. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to my channel to join our growing community, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Also, take a moment to like this video, it really helps us out and motivates us to bring you more amazing content. Before I get started, let me quickly explain to those who might not know what Canva is. Canva is basically an online graphic design tool used to create different designs for any project you have. The reason Canva is so popular is because of its user-friendly interface and vast library of templates. This makes it a great tool if you're just getting started with design. There are other platforms you can use to create designs, but Canva is an excellent starting point for learning graphic design and creating different templates. You can get started with Canva for free. However, if you want to unlock premium features, you can upgrade to Canva Pro, which allows you to easily create professional designs and content. This is the Canva homepage, and I'm going to guide you through how to navigate the dashboard. Starting with the left-hand side, we have projects just below the homepage icon. Next, we have templates, where you can access all available templates. Then there's the brand kit and apps, where you can explore Canva apps. If you want to start designing something, click Create a Design here. You can also click Custom Size to set specific dimensions for your design. Below Create a Design, you'll find Invite People, which lets you invite team members if you're using a Canva Teams account. You can also access templates and apps from this section. Below that, you'll see starred designs and folders. These are items you've marked as important by selecting the star icon on a design or folder. Since I haven't started a design on this account yet, this is where your starred items will appear. Next, we have recently opened designs or projects. You can access these directly from here or from the homepage under recent designs. Finally, below this, we have the trash. This is where anything you've deleted will be stored temporarily. For example, if you want to delete a project under recent designs, click the 3 horizontal dots and choose Move to Trash. You can undo this action immediately if it was a mistake. If you click on Trash, you'll see recently deleted designs. Keep in mind that trashed items are stored for 30 days, during which you can restore them before they're permanently deleted. Deleted images, videos, and other media will also appear here. Let's go back to the home page. On this section of the home page, you'll see different templates displayed. You can access these or use the search bar at the top to find specific templates. Now let me show you how to get started with a template or customize your own design. To begin a new project, click Custom Size or Create a Design. This is where you'll enter the dimensions for your project. The default unit is pixels, but you can switch to inches, millimeters, or centimeters, depending on your needs. For this demonstration, I'll use pixels. Enter your dimensions, then click Create New Design. A new page will open where you can start designing. At the top of the page, you can give your design or project a name. On the left-hand side, you'll find all the tabs you need for your design. Starting with the Design tab, you can search for a template here. To add it to your design, simply click on it. If you don't like the template you selected, you can undo it using the Undo button. You can also redo an action if needed. Any template you've clicked on will appear under Recently Used, so you can access it later. Moving on to the Elements tab, this is where you can search for elements to add to your design. You'll find shapes, suggested graphics, Canva's AI image generator, stickers, photos, videos, audio, charts, tables, frames, grids, mockups, and collections here. In the Text tab, you can add a text box by clicking here. You can also choose from headings, subheadings, and body text options. Canva provides font combinations and templates that you can use. If you like a font template, click it and it will appear in your design. You can also find it later under Recently Used. Moving on to the Brand tab, this is where you can access your brand kit. If you've added your logos, brand colors, and fonts, you'll find them here. You can also add your brand voice, photos, graphics, and icons. Next, we have the Uploads tab. Here, you can upload images, videos, or audio that you want to use in your designs. To upload, simply click the Upload Files button and your files will appear here, ready to add to your design. Now we have the Draw tab. You can use this feature to draw anything you want. For example, if you select the red marker, you can draw freely on your design. To erase, just click the Eraser tool and it will remove the part of the drawing you want to erase. Moving on to the Projects tab, you can access all your projects or designs. Simply click See All to view them. You can open any design from here if you want to edit or add it to your current project. You can also access folders you've created, start designs, projects, and images. Now we have the Apps tab. This is where you'll find all the Canva apps, including integrated ones. You can explore popular apps or AI-powered tools here. If you're looking for a specific app, use the search bar to find it quickly. For instance, if you've used the Bulk Create app, you can easily find it again under the Apps tab or search for it directly. To add an element, go to the Elements tab and search for what you need. For example, if you're searching for a flower, type flower into the search bar and press enter. Canva will suggest graphics, photos, and frames related to your search. For this demonstration, I'll use graphics. Click See All to browse all flower graphics. You'll notice some elements have a Pro icon, which means they are premium and require a Canva Pro account. Free elements are also available, like this flower here. Clicking on an element adds it to your design. Canva also suggests related elements underneath. If you want more elements from the same artist, click the 3 dots on an element and select View More. You'll see other elements by that artist, and you can click See All to explore further. Some elements allow you to change their colors. For example, this flower here lets you customize its colors. However, not all elements are editable. This flower, for instance, does not have a color changing option. If you want to save an element for later use, click the 3 dots and select Star Element. You can view all your starred elements in one place for easy access. You can also explore keywords under an element, like vectors, nature, organic, plant, or blossom, to find similar elements. Just click on a keyword and Canva will show you related options. To edit an element, let's say you want to edit this element. You just click on it, and it's going to open this toolbar on the top here. You can get started by clicking Edit from here, and it's going to open everything. It will show the same toolbar on the right-hand side. Still, you can click See All, and it will show all the edit options you have for this element. Let's say you want to change the color for this element. You will just click on one of the colors. I'll start with this one. You'll click on that color, and you can select the default colors by changing them. Or you can select photo colors, which are the colors suggested for all the elements in your design. It suggests the photo colors here, so you can still change the colors from this point. You can also find the colors you've used here, or you can add a new color using the color picker tool. You'll just move around to choose the color you want. To crop this element, you'll click on this crop tool here, and it will open this edit section where you can drag it to crop whatever you want. Let's say you want to crop this spacing in this element. You'll crop it, and when you're done, you'll just click Done. You can also use these other aspect ratios, or you can maintain the freeform aspect ratio to crop freely wherever you want. After you're done, just click Done, and it will crop that section. You can also flip this element. You'll just click on Flip on top here, and you can flip it horizontally or vertically. You can also reduce the transparency by clicking here and adjusting the transparency for that element. Notice that when I'm decreasing the transparency, it reduces the transparency for the entire element. To animate your element, you'll just click here and animate it from here. You can see different animations here. You can also change the position of an element from here. Click on Position and maybe move it forward or backward. Let me show you an example. Let's say I duplicate this, and it's now on top of this element. I'll select it. If I want to move this element to the front, I'll click on it and then position it to the front or click forward. This moves the selected element either to the front or the back. You can also copy the style for a particular element. Let's say I want to copy the style for this element, which is mainly the colors in this case. I'll select that element, then click Copy Style. Let's say I want to change the color of the element below it. I'll click on it, and with Copy Style still selected, I'll apply the style to the new element. This will change the color to match the original element. To access more edits, select the element and right-click. This will open more options, such as copying and pasting it onto another page in your design. Click Copy, open another page, and paste it. You can also duplicate the element by clicking Duplicate, and you can delete it from here as well. To add filters and effects to an element, click Edit to access the options. You can change the filter by clicking See All to explore different filters. You can also add effects, such as shadows or duotones, or use the Blur tool. However, some effects may not be available for certain elements. If an effect is accessible, you'll see a clickable cursor. You can also adjust the brightness, contrast, and saturation for the element from this section. If your elements are randomly placed or scattered and you want to evenly space and arrange them, there are 2 ways to do this. First, select all the elements by dragging from one corner to highlight them. Once you've highlighted all the elements, right-click while they're selected. This will open the Edit menu where you can align the elements left, center, right, right, top, middle, or bottom. Use the tidy up option to evenly space them. Clicking tidy up will arrange and space the elements evenly. To group your elements, you can highlight them and group them. Alternatively, click on the first element, hold Shift, and click on the other elements you want to group. Once selected, release Shift and a toolbar will appear. Click on Group or right-click and select Group. This will group the elements together. Let's say you want to change the color of the grouped elements to match. Select one of the elements, click on the color, and choose the new color. Once you select the new color, a Change All button will appear below the editing section. If you click Change All, any element with the previous color will change to the new color. Repeat this for other grouped elements to maintain a consistent design. To start off with adding a text box, you'll come over here to the Text tab, just click on it, and then you're going to click on Add a Text Box, or you can click any of these. You have the choice of clicking any that you want. It has been added to my design because it's too small, you can just enlarge it like that. Let's say I'm going to change that text to Good Vibes. To enlarge the text, you can either drag it from this side or change the font size. You can either increase or decrease the font size or just type in whatever you want. Let's say I want to set it to 300. It's going to adjust the size accordingly. To change the font, you'll click on this font section here and it will open more fonts that you can select. Fonts are sectioned into different categories: handwriting, corporate, display fonts, heading fonts, sans serif, serif, and more. You can select from each category, or if you already know the font you want, you can type its name directly. For example, let's say I want to use the font Anton. You'll just type it in and then click on it when it appears. It will change to the font you selected. Let's say I want to use this font, so I'll just enlarge it like that. Let's move on to changing the text color. You'll click on the text color and it will open the color options. I'll use the colors I used earlier, so I can select this color like that, and it will apply the change. You can also bold your font, but for this font, it doesn't support bolding. For other fonts, you can bold the text if it appears too thin. You can italicize the text by clicking italic, and you can underline it by clicking underline. For fonts typed in lowercase, you can convert them to uppercase without retyping. Just click uppercase and it will transform the text. You can also change the alignment, whether you want the text centered, aligned to one side, or differently arranged. If you want to add a list, maybe to describe topics, you can click on List and it will add a bulleted or numbered list. You can adjust the spacing of your text by clicking Spacing. This lets you change the letter spacing or line spacing. For line spacing, it's useful if the text has multiple lines. For letter spacing, you can either increase or decrease the space between letters. To change the transparency of the text, you can drag the transparency slider to increase or decrease it. You can also add effects to your text by clicking Effects. You can add a shadow. Each effect comes with more settings you can tweak. For example, if you select shadow, you can adjust the offset, direction, blur, or transparency. Let's say I reduce the transparency like this, or maybe change it to black. The shadow effect will update accordingly. You can also curve your text by clicking Shape under Effects. Use the curve slider to adjust how far the text curves, either upwards or downwards. If you want to group text, select the first text, hold Shift, and then select the other text. After releasing Shift, a toolbar will appear. Click Group and the text will be grouped so you can move them together. Alternatively, you can right-click on the selected text and choose Group. Now let's look at Canva's font templates. These are pre-designed text styles. Let me reduce this text I've been working with. If you want to use a template, click on it and then enlarge it. Text templates often contain multiple fonts that are grouped together. To ungroup and edit them separately, click on the template and then click Ungroup from the top toolbar. After ungrouping, click outside the text to deselect, and now you can move and edit each text box individually. For example, let's change the template text to Hello Summer. Click the first text box and type hello. If the text doesn't fit, drag to resize the text box to create more space. Extend the text box until all the letters fit properly. After editing, you can further customize each text box. Change the font, resize the text, adjust colors, and experiment with effects or spacing. The same applies to the other text boxes. Click on them, make your changes, and play around with styles to suit your design. Alright, so I don't want to make this video too long, and that's why I've decided to split this guide into two parts. In part 2, we'll continue exploring more features and tips to help you master Canva as a beginner. So if you want to complete this guide and learn even more, be sure to check out part 2 right after this. I'll leave the link to part 2 in the description below, or you can click the card here on the screen.